it wouldn't be in summer. Seeing you in summer, I never would go. Your hair streaked with sunlight, your lips red as flame, your face with a luster that puts gold to shame. But if I'd ever leave you, how could it be in autumn? How I'd leave in autumn, I never would know. I've seen how you sparkle when fall nips the air. I know you in autumn, and I must be there.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars, and let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. With song, let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love
39. Amy has said I'm 63 for the last
you.
One of the things I loved most about my mom was that she was up for anything. When I was in London for a semester, when I was 20 years old, she came to visit me. I took her out to crazy bars. I'm pretty sure I took her to a gay bar, and she was so game. When I lived in Dallas, I took her to country western bars, and when I lived in San Francisco, I took her to the nastiest blues bar in the entire city, and she had the time of her life with me and my friends, and we danced for hours and had so much fun. And that was my mom.
Not many people have ever thought of me as a golden boy, but Grandma always did, and that really meant a lot to me through all my ups and downs, and I always appreciated it.
So I know as one of the older kids, I should talk about one of the older memories, like when she came to visit in Arizona, or any of the times that we were together a while back. But one of the best memories I have of Grandma was most recently when we were out there for Christmas, and despite everything going on with her and everything that was happening, she was having like a really lucid time, and she was doing really well, and her caring for us all was really clear in that time, and I really liked that.
My mom was the best mom and the best grandmother and the greatest mentor of anyone I've had in my life, and I just so appreciate every moment that I had with her. You know, some people think that hospice, you know, was a really brutal experience for us as a family. But the one really positive thing about it is that I feel like, you know, I particularly was able to share everything I'd ever want to share with my mother. So by the time she left us, she knew exactly how we all felt and how much we appreciated her as just being an awesome mom and an awesome grandmother. And we talked often about the big country club in the sky and how she would be young and beautiful again, and that her body just, you know, wasn't willing to put up with her anymore. And we even laughed in her final last few days about her, you know, seeing all of her old friends, Ruth and Beverly and others, and probably hanging at the bar, and, you know, and the joke's on us down here on earth is what we would say. So I just, you know, think that my mom was such a special, wonderful person. We will never forget her. She has left an imprint on her grandchildren that they will never forget. And we love her, and here's to you, Mom.
So my grandma was so in love with my boyfriend, almost more than me, I thought sometimes. But anyways, she was so fond of him, and when I would tell her about my stories with him and say, Grandma, we went on a date last night, and she just looked at me one day and she said, Caroline, if I was 30 years younger, I would steal him from you. Thanks, Grandma.
I remember this one time in particular when she was like cooking something in the kitchen, and Aunt Kathy and my mom were trying to help, and you know how Reed sisters get when they all get in the kitchen, and it was just funny, and I remember laughing. I remember she always had a smile on her face. I don't think I ever saw her upset.
I will tell the story about my mom and her Star magazines and People magazines and Us magazines. My dad had to go every week and buy all the latest publications, all the rags. So she knew everything about every star. And we were talking to her about the latest movie we had just seen, Magic Mike, you know, the male stripper show. And she was listening to us and everything. And later on, about an hour later, we said, oh, Mom, we have a special visitor for you coming. We were going to tell her about my niece Kate coming the next day to visit. And so we said, Mom, guess who's coming tomorrow? And she goes, Channing Tatum?
This is Chris, the oldest girl, also known as Chrissy, which is what my mom's always called me. I was thinking back almost 28 years. It's hard to believe, on my wedding day. And a memory I have of my mother is the day of my wedding. My maid of honor sort of bailed after all the partying we did the night before on taking me around. My sisters, of course, were staying in town, but not right there at my house. So after driving myself to get my hair done and get my makeup done, I was in my jeans and my actual wedding veil, and I went where I knew someone would be there to support me to go see Mom. I sat at 4545 East Rockridge in the kitchen, and my mom just took care of me. She made me, I think, a grilled cheese sandwich, comfort food, and just made me smile again and know that no matter what, she was always there for me. And of course she was for all of us, and I just wanted to share that memory with you all today. Thank you all for being here so very much. We miss Mom and know that you're all here to celebrate her life.
star. Wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like a lemon drops. High above the chimney tops, that's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dream that you dare to, why, oh why can't one day I wish upon a star. Wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like a lemon drop.